This is so beautiful. I see a beautiful picture here of truly love. It's not about, selfish needs and wants, but it's helping each other here in the partnership. Love isn't jealous, stingy, proud. It's never mean or rude. It won't tell others what you've done or look for gratitude. And even when it is abused, it's hard to make love mad. When good and evil are the choice, love doesn't choose the bad. Yes, love does not rejoice in evil, and it's always just not keeping record of wrongs. It is not being mean. It is not being rude. It is not being stingy, proud, jealous, and it is not being boastful here. And it's all about, again, understanding no one is perfect, helping each other, being there for one another, knowing that they are not alone, guiding and helping, and really seeing that love perseveres, continues on through ups and downs and problems and challenges and growing times, growing lessons. And that really shows one's character, what one will do during these kinds of times. When there is a bump in the road, when there are problems, are they still going to be there? Just like a parent-child relationship, but so should be in the case of a marriage. And again, they also here are glorifying the Lord, and we should too, of what true marriage, what true godly relationship towards others, friendships, neighbors, strangers, just people that we can, acquaintances that we see, and coworkers, all of that. At the end of the day, this is about really reflecting God's love, and it takes effort. For even in the first line of that second paragraph, love is patient, it is so difficult for each and every one of us to do for most ages, right? Hopefully during practice over time it's gotten easier, but it's still very, very difficult. For it really, really requires a lot of effort on our part here, that might not be something we can easily want to do. But love is patient, and that is key, because in the end, it's not about instant gratification. It is not about, just wanting what one wants, because sometimes it's all about a win-win situation and helping everybody in the big picture, not just one individual, or even two, right? Or a few. But it's all about helping everyone get better here, become more Christ-like as much as possible, and to know that we are building characteristics here of love, essentially of God here, the more we practice this. When life gets hard and things go wrong, true love will never quit, not even when good friends depart or pain and sadness hit. For we're sharing emotions here. We shall rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep. But know that, if God is ultimately allowing this to happen, for people to not see each other for a while because one is moving, one is departing from one another, they could keep in touch as much as God allows them, as much as they possibly can here. But in the end, God understands. He knows. He comforts, gives us the grace, and He knows that this is also part of life, and we learn from it, and we know that things aren't always going to be what we expect and how we would like. But that is part of life, and growing up and being mature and knowing here how to control our emotions and choose what is good every step of the way, and to continue to just see the best of every circumstance and situation. Love is hopeful. Those people who predict things fail. Their words are often wrong. Those people who know languages can't master every tongue. And people who are really smart are known to make mistakes, but love won't ever let you down. It's got just what it takes to know that no matter what season, no matter what happens, love still carries on, carries through, pushes through, and never fails. As it starts to end in the following chapter, it says that love never fails, and it goes on to say here more about choosing love right? The greatest of these is a love. And really, at the end of the day, it's not about who's right, who's wrong, who's better, who's not, but about just helping one another, becoming more loving as we follow Christ truly. When you are young and still a child, you do the normal things, but when you're grown, you change your ways to what adulthood brings. Or just as life on earth seems hazy, like seen in some cheap mirror, when you're finally grown in heaven, everything is clear. And so then you understand, looking back, all the things that while you had to go through is to make you who you are. And it helps you to be thankful and just trust in the Lord and just endure, persevere, and know with God all things are possible. Just having faith in Him in our life as we, get older, as we go on with our lives. The only strong foundation there is the Lord's. And I love how this girl is just being cheerful in God's truths and goodness and love. God gave His love by sending down His Son to suffer for us. He shows His love more every day. He never will ignore us. And just as He loved us, He asked us all to love each other. He asks us, please love everyone as sisters and as brothers. You'll see here different characters of the Bible, maybe different times here, different cultures and times of different nations, including America, and just how people are going to be coming from different cultures as time goes on, because God has allowed that, but because we're all different, we should embrace that and not cause division, but to remember that love is patient, love is kind, no matter where anyone is in their faith journey with the Lord specifically, and where they're at in their lives in general, their age, where they're at, their family life, their culture life, their work life, etc.